Okay, this video is about insurance, but don't stop watching, okay? In the UK, if you want to protect yourself, there's two main areas you want to protect yourself from, okay? So one is if you were to pass away, what would happen to your family? And the other one is if you're not able to work, what would happen again to yourself and your family? So in this video, I'm going to just talk about the ways that you can help to do that. Okay, so let's just talk about actually if you passed away first of all. Okay, so if you passed away, you're going to be leaving potentially mortgages or kind of bills that your partner or your family are then going to need to look after. Okay, now fortunately in the UK, there's lots of different insurance companies that will provide life insurance. Okay, and often it can be very cheap to get life insurance, and it can be done in many different ways, such as ones which decrease in line with your mortgage, that stay level, maybe increase over time as inflation increases, and get it so that it's a lump sum payout or also a monthly payout. So typically what I would do for maybe a young family is we would get it set up so that there'd be a policy which would clear their mortgage in lump sum and go straight away. But we'd also then have what's known as a family income benefit, which is just another word for a life insurance policy, that would then pay out on a monthly basis, covering the council tax, the food bills, the mobile phone bills and everything else to ensure that they can still live a happier life. So those two policies mean that the mortgage is cleared, but we've also got something in place which will help the family maintain their living standards in that scenario. And the reason why I do it in those two ways is because actually, if the worst was to happen, actually a lump sum of money at that time isn't particularly helpful, because actually you've then got to work out what to do with it, and it can be very overwhelming when actually you should be concentrating on grieving at that time. So that's where the family income benefit, just paying out maybe £1,000 a month, £2,000 a month, can give the reassurance to the family so that they can concentrate on maybe the children and the grieving process at that time. So that's the life insurance element. Okay, the other side of things is actually if you were unable to work, okay, which obviously has got a higher likelihood of happening. So with this, you can get a critical illness cover, and that would pay out a lump sum amount if you were unable to work for maybe a 1 year or a 2 year period. Okay, and that can be very useful. Typically though, I normally prefer my clients to take out an income protection policy. Okay, so with an income protection policy, a bit like the family income benefit policy I've talked about previously, that will pay out a monthly amount to ensure that the bills, the mortgage, the rent, that is all taken care of whilst you're unable to work. And actually with that, rather than it being just a specified list of illnesses, generally if you're unable to work due to any health reasons, the income protection policy should normally be paying out for that. Okay. Now, the great thing about the income protection policy is you can tweak it, so you can put maybe a longer deferred period in place, or you can adjust the level of cover that you need to ensure that the price of it doesn't become crazy expensive. Okay, and you can balance all of these things out based on your kind of personal situation and kind of what funds you've got available. Okay, so whether it's life insurance, family income benefit, critical illness or income protection, as an independent financial advisor, I can look at all of these things for you, and then we can target it to getting the right prices for you, but also the right level of cover, so that if you wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning worrying, what if this happened or what if that happened, you can know you've got the right things in place for it. Okay, thank you.